Soft routines shape our days more than we realize. The way you step into a warm shower, the tissue you reach for, the seconds you spend on the toilet when you're in a hurry. These small choices can either soothe your body or slowly irritate it. Many women tell me they feel fine one week and raw the next, or they catch repeat urinary infections without knowing why. It isn't carelessness. It's that no one taught us how the skin and tissues of the vulva, vagina, and bladder change with age. Quiet dryness can turn into burning. A habit that felt harmless at 30 can inflame delicate skin at 65. The good news is that comfort returns quickly when you give these areas the calm, simple care they like best. Today, I'll show you the 5 bathroom habits that most often create trouble, and the small shifts that help you feel clean, confident, and pain-free again. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, a gynecologist with more than 15 years of caring for women through every stage of life. My goal is to help you navigate changes with clarity and compassion, so your body feels like home again. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and join this circle of strong, informed women. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from and what you'd like me to cover next. I read every note, and your stories guide what we talk about together. The first mistake I see is using the wrong soaps and fragrances. It often starts with good intentions. A floral wash promises freshness. A strong bar soap claims to kill germs. But the skin of the vulva is not the same as the skin on your hands. It has a natural protective layer and a gentle acidity that keep friendly bacteria in charge. Imagine a garden with the right balance of plants and soil. When you pour a harsh cleaner on it, the soil gets stripped and the good plants struggle. That's what scented gels, antiseptic washes, and daily scrubbing do to intimate skin. Carol, 68, loved her long, steamy showers. She used a perfumed wash and a loofah because she wanted to be extra clean. A month later, she noticed burning and a thin, stinging feeling after she toweled off. She worried it was an infection. When we talked, the science made sense to her. Fragrance and strong surfactants break down the skin barrier. Hot water pulls out natural oils. And inside the vagina, the pH is meant to be slightly acidic. Soaps push it in the wrong direction, encouraging irritation. The fix was simple. Lukewarm water for the vulva most days. A small amount of a plain, unscented, pH-balanced cleanser on the outer skin only when needed. No scrubbing tools and gentle patting dry. For comfort, she used a thin layer of a bland barrier ointment on the outer folds after bathing. Within 2 weeks, the burning lifted. Her words were, "I feel like myself again." If you've been battling dryness or itch, this change alone can be a turning point. It isn't about being less clean. It's about cleaning in a way your skin understands. The second mistake is wiping in a way that spreads bacteria where it doesn't belong. This one is sneaky because it's a lifelong habit. Many women wipe back and forth or from back to front without thinking, especially when they're rushed. But the urinary opening is very close to the vaginal opening and the rectum. Moving bacteria toward the front increases the chance of a urinary tract infection. Picture your bathroom sink with 2 small drains close together. If you sweep crumbs from the farther drain toward the nearer one, more ends up where you don't want it. Maya, 72, had 3 UTIs in 6 months. She hydrated well and kept everything tidy, but she wiped in a quick back and forth motion and used strong scented wipes. We switched to a simple routine. Always front to back, one direction, one pass per tissue, no scrubbing. If stool is sticky or you have hemorrhoids, a squeezed bottle of warm water or a bidet makes cleaning gentle and thorough. Then pat dry instead of rubbing. Avoid disposable wipes unless you're away from home. And if you do use them, choose unscented and rinse with water afterward. There's also a posture piece that matters for bowel movements. When you lean slightly forward with your feet on a small stool so your knees are a bit higher than your hips, the rectum aligns and you don't have to strain. Less straining means less irritation and less need to wipe aggressively. For Maya, these adjustments, along with a bit more fiber and a daily walk, ended the cycle of infections. She wrote me that the calm in her restroom routine spilled over into the rest of her day. The third mistake is letting moisture sit on the skin. Moisture sounds gentle, but trapped dampness is harsh. Urine leakage, sweat, the tiny damp layer inside a pantaliner, even a wet swimsuit. When they stay against warm skin, they create a softening called maceration. Soft, damp skin breaks down easily and stings. Think of fingertips after doing dishes too long. Lorraine, 70, wore a thin liner just in case, and changed it only morning and night. She also wore silky synthetic underwear because it looks smooth under clothes. By afternoon, she felt prickly and itchy, especially in the folds. When we traced her day, the pattern was clear. The liner was doing its job but becoming a wet sponge by lunchtime. The synthetic fabric trapped heat and humidity. The science here is simple. Skin likes airflow, and the outer vulvar tissues prefer a stable, neutral environment. When urine sits on skin, the ammonia in it irritates. Add friction from walking and tiny rashes appear. The solution is practical. Choose breathable, cotton gusset underwear or moisture-wicking panties designed for sensitive skin. If you use pads or liners, change them every few hours, not just morning and night, and look for unscented options. After a leak or after swimming, a quick rinse and a full dry help a lot. Many women like to use a hairdryer on a cool or warm, not hot setting for a few seconds to ensure folds are dry before dressing. A thin barrier ointment to the outer folds can protect against chafing. Lorraine switched fabrics, kept a spare liner in her purse, and gave herself a minute to dry well after bathing. 2 weeks later, her itch was gone, and she felt comfortable in her jeans again. Small, steady steps return control. The fourth mistake is hovering, rushing, and not letting the bladder empty fully. Public restrooms taught many of us to hover over the seat. At home, we often do a fast in and out. But your pelvic floor is a set of muscles that need a clear signal to relax so urine can flow freely. When you hover, those muscles stay partly active and the bladder empties halfway. Leftover urine can irritate and call you back sooner. Donna, 66, told me she always had to go again 10 minutes later. She also pushed to get it over with. We practiced a new ritual. Sit down fully, feet flat, lean forward slightly, rest elbows on thighs, and let the belly soften. Take a slow breath in and exhale while imagining the pelvic floor dropping like an elevator to a lower level. No pushing. Let gravity work. When the stream stops, wait a few seconds, then lean a tiny bit more forward and see if a second, short stream comes. That's called a double void and can help you empty without straining. For bowel movements, the same patience helps. Straining irritates nerves that serve both bowel and bladder, which can set off urgency later. The mechanism behind this is straightforward. When the pelvic floor is tense, the urethra is kinked like a bend in a garden hose. Relaxing unbends the hose. Donna was surprised that something so small made her days quieter. She went from 12 bathroom trips to 8. She slept longer stretches. She said the calm pause became a kindness to herself, not a chore. If this is already helpful, consider liking this video. It tells me these topics matter and helps more women find them. The fifth mistake is trying to fix discomfort with more chemicals instead of restoring moisture and balance. As estrogen dips after menopause, the tissues of the vulva and vagina get thinner and drier. The medical term is genitourinary syndrome of menopause, but what you feel is tugging, microtears with wiping, burning after urinating, or discomfort with intimacy. Many women respond by applying antifungal creams just in case, using antibacterial washes, or douching to feel fresh. Those steps often make the burning worse. Think of a dry sponge scratched with a brush. It doesn't get cleaner, it gets more frayed. Alma, 74, kept a rotating shelf of treatments in her bathroom. Nothing lasted. When we talked, she learned that dryness and pH changes allow small irritations to feel huge. The better approach is to rebuild comfort. For daily life, a gentle, fragrance-free vaginal moisturizer used several times a week can help the inner tissues hold water, much like lotion helps your hands. For the outer skin, A simple emollient gives a flexible shield. If sex is uncomfortable, a generous amount of a plain, body-safe lubricant reduces friction. And for many women, discussing low-dose vaginal estrogen or similar therapies with a clinician is worth it. These very local treatments can thicken the tissue and restore natural lubrication without the whole-body effects of systemic therapy. The science is encouraging. When you restore moisture and support healthy bacteria, the tissues resist irritation and the bladder calms down. Alma simplified her shelf, stopped douching, moisturized regularly, and spoke with her doctor. 3 weeks later, she told me, "I don't think about my body every minute anymore." That is the goal: less worry, more living. There are 2 supportive habits that wrap around all 5 of these. One is hydration timed with your day. Many women cut water to avoid bathroom trips. Unfortunately, concentrated urine is like lemon juice on chapped lips. It stings. Sipping water through the morning and early afternoon, then tapering a bit in the evening, keeps urine gentler. If you notice certain drinks bother your bladder, very fizzy sodas, strong coffee, or citrus, try spacing them out and pairing them with water rather than giving them up entirely. The second supportive habit is simple skin awareness. If you notice a new rash, discharge with a strong odor, or bleeding, check in with your clinician rather than layering on more products. Quick care prevents small issues from becoming big ones. I want to circle back to what matters most. None of this is about shame. You have taken care of others for decades. Your body has carried you through seasons of work, family, loss, and joy. It deserves care that fits who you are now. Gentle cleansing instead of scrubbing. Front to back wiping in patient posture. Dry skin, not damp skin. Time on the toilet, not tension. Moisture restored with simple products, not stripped away by harsh ones. Each step is small, and together they add up to easier mornings, fewer interruptions, deeper sleep, and more confidence in your skin. If you try any of these changes, come back and share what helped you most. Your story may be the nudge another woman needs. And if you have questions or a topic you want me to cover, write it below. This channel grows through real conversations, woman to woman. You are not too old. You are not broken. And you are absolutely not alone. With simple, steady care, comfort returns. If you found this helpful, subscribe to stay part of this growing circle of strong, informed women, and consider sending this video to a friend or daughter who might need it. Take good care of yourself. You're worth it. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'll see you in the next one.